Hi everybody, welcome back. So in this video, I saw this guy on TikTok talking about this. Take a look.
Alright, there's bare man out here that are stuck in emotionally incestual relationships with their mum. There's bare man who are son husbands to their mum, and their mum's got them in some tight emotional headlock. She's got him in a chokehold. She sabotages all of his relationships. Every time he's trying to form a good, healthy connection with a woman and grow, she's there to cut it short and to sabotage it and to poison his mind and to poison his heart about the woman. And she wants him right there in her household, in her life, giving her all of his empathy, all of his emotional energy, all of his attention, all of his money. There's a lot of mothers like that, and man, I'm telling you, if you're stuck in a situation like that, just understand that your mum is a narcissist and your mum's selfish and she's gonna stunt your growth. It's man like you that turn into them 65-year-old uncles that are still in the house with the 95-year-old mum, and you never ever grew a family. Me and my mum are close. Me and my mum have, great chats and we speak and we relate. But one thing I love about my mum is that she pushes me to have good emotional connections with women. She promotes it. My mum gets excited when she knows that I'm about to form a strong emotional connection with a woman. My mum's not on, and I know why, because my mum's in a happy relationship. My mum's been in a happy relationship for yonks. So she doesn't feel the need to keep me back. But in my community, where a lot of mums are single mothers, they basically their son is their only source of love. Their son is their only source of purpose. Their son is their only source of empathy, and they hold on to it for dear life. They're not letting it go. But man, if you're not gonna grow if you get held in that state. I'm just being real still.
Make sure you don't go into a family like that. You are not going to be happy. He's not going to prioritize you, especially if he's the golden child of that family, okay, where everybody tries to beat him. Okay, those type of guys, you are never going to be happy in your relationship. But if you're okay with his mom dictating your life and his emotions and then by all means. But I know you're not, okay. But I did compile a few clips to further explain this to you girls, because a lot of people talk about mommy issues this, mommy issues that, and people don't understand what it means. Okay, so without wasting your time, let's get into the video.
That's his mom. That is his mother. I ain't saying anything. All I'm saying is that she the kind of woman to wear white at his wedding. That's all I'm saying.
Men that have mommy issues, ooh, I'm a pro, let's do it. First off, that whole expression where they're like, you can tell how a man's gonna treat you by how he treats his mother. Somebody with mommy issues made that one up. Because dudes will treat their mommies so much better than they'll treat you. Does your man know how to cook? If he doesn't know how to cook, it's because someone made him his food his whole life and he never learned how to. Red flag. Does he know how to do laundry? He doesn't know how to do laundry, it's because someone was doing his laundry his whole life. Red flag. Someone who just doesn't know how to do household chores and expects you to do most of it. Mommy issues, red flag. Again, if you're a millennial, these things usually fell on our mom. Not great, things are changing. Do you look like his mom? Just saying. This is a big one. If he's not good at commitment, then that's a big red flag and that's a mommy issue. Does he call his mom up to make big decisions? Red flag. Like you're a grown-up, it's time for you to start making decisions on your own. He's bad at being criticized. It's because someone told him his whole life that he was amazing and special. Mommy issue. And someone who is not so good at touching you usually has mommy issues.
I don't think a lot of men realize that their mother is in love with them. Fellas, it's not normal for your mother to be hostile to your girlfriend or wife. Unwarranted, of course. If she's a piece of shit, she's a piece of shit. And if she is, why are you with her? But if you hear your own mother saying, oh, she's taking you away from me. Oh, you always side with her instead of me. It's giving side piece behavior. And I bring this up, a lot of men are like, no woman's ever gonna love me like my mama does. They're not supposed to. Maternal love is supposed to be different from romantic love. A lot of times this happens either from single mothers or women who are married to absolute pieces of crap and they latch onto their sons for the emotional needs that their husbands don't give them. And when they finally come across a woman who's willing to bring it up and be like, that's odd. You dudes get super defensive of your mother. Oh, well, she's all I've ever had. She raised me. Yeah. And if she wasn't unhealthily attached to you, she would want you to find happiness. She should want to have a healthy relationship with the woman that you choose to spend your life with. Your mother should not be fighting for your attention. I don't necessarily blame a lot of men for going along with this because they don't know. They grew up and they thought it was normal. But when you have a woman who loves you and she cares about you and they sit you down and they say, this is a problem, maybe listen to her.
Never mess with a mama's boy. And let me tell you why. Why are you parking next to me? It's a big fucking lot. There's so many spaces. The many ex-boyfriends that I've had, I've only dated 2 mama's boys. Why I made the same mistake twice, I have no fucking clue. But there is a clear difference between men who love their mom and men who are in love with their mom. One of my ex-boyfriends was like in love with his mom, like an unhealthy amount of in love. I'd sleep in his mother's bed with him sometimes at night. I know what you're thinking, Faith, why did you date him if you knew this? Obviously, I'm not dating him anymore. Didn't know this when I first started dating him. His mom and him would sleep in the same bed together and they would like converse and like cuddle and stuff like that. And it was just really weird. But this man conned me because the first month we were dating, none of this happened. But after the free trial was up, then everything started happening. He would ask his mom on dates with us. Every date he would call his mom.
It is so exhausting, and if you are dealing with one of the mother-in-laws that have narcissistic tendencies or any other type of personality disorder, that's where the real fight begins. These women will view you as competition. They will passive-aggressively bring you down, or sometimes overtly bring you down. Nothing that you do will ever be good enough. They'll disrespect your boundaries over and over and over and over. And if your man is a mama's boy, then you're basically fighting the fight alone. Most of these women perfectly groom their sons to always put their mom's feelings first. They groom their sons to need their mom's approval for anything, including his woman. And when you guys have kids, that's going to become a part of the cycle. Marriage, house furniture, anything that is important, she's going to be a part of it. I sat for 2 years allowing all types of comments and looks and behaviors. And I remember the one time that I spoke up before I had my child. He literally told me I will never come first and that I'm the only person that's ever had a problem with his mom. And if that doesn't get situated, then we can't be together. It wasn't until my child came that I really started setting the boundaries, and then boom, I went from being the perfect daughter-in-law to the villain. And I don't care. You're not the villain. It is extremely exhausting dealing with these men, and they try to act like it's between them and their mom, but it drags us into it. It drags our kids into it, and we don't have to stand for it.
Words of advice. Never date a mama's boy. I'm telling y'all. You'll regret it. I know you will. Because I dated one for like 3 months. It was not long at all. But it was so stupid. Like, the guy did absolutely nothing nice for me at all. And I'm like positive that his mom was like just telling him to like never go out of his way or do anything like special for me or any girl in general, because he was literally obsessed with his mom. They did like everything together, and you know, she just wanted him for herself. We never even went out on like nice dates or anything. The only time he would invite me out, it was to like benefit him. So we would like go to the gym because he was really into working out. One time I like went with him to the vet to like pick up his dog. Like, that was his idea of a date. We never went anywhere nice. He never did a single thing for me because his mom would literally tell him like not to go out of his way. Don't spend money on girls or even go out to dinner with a girl. Like, and I love a guy who loves his mom and like respects her, appreciates her. My boyfriend now loves his mom and would do anything for her. But like, he has his own opinions and own thoughts on life. Like, he doesn't listen to every single thing she tells him, you know? Like, I can't deal with that. This guy could have been on this show, Mama's Boy, or whatever it's called. Something Mama's Boy. Because that's literally what it was. So freaking weird.
I've always had this thing where I am never going to compete with your mom. So if I'm dating a person or if I'm in a relationship with a person, there should be no competition with your mom. Your mom is in a separate category. She is priority in and of itself. However, once you have a partner, your partner also takes priority as well, right? And so if I feel like you're being a little too dependent or not as self-sufficient as I would want you to be, where you're relying on your mom to cook, to clean, to do laundry, etc., I just don't think that's a good sign, because that's foreshadowing how it can potentially carry over into our relationship. And I'm not here to be your maid. I'm here to be your equal. And so that just doesn't sit right with me. And
my best advice for you.
Run hard, and run fast. Literally been saying this to the girlies for years. As your millennial big sis, if there's one piece of dating advice I am going to give you, it's to A, go back and listen to that whole video. But to B, if you are with a man, if you are dating a man and you haven't met his mother yet, ask him how he feels about his mom. Not just his mom, but his sisters. Listen to how he describes and treats the women in his life. When you meet them, watch how he treats them. I would say also an extension of this is to listen to how he describes and talks about his female coworkers, particularly female coworkers who are in positions of leadership over him. I've seen some of the girlies on this app talk about how their man is their biggest hater, and it is absolutely true with some men. Everything is fine when he's getting promotions and making more money than you, but as soon as some of these girlies have said, as soon as they get promotions or work their way up their career ladder, their man becomes their biggest hater. So yeah, if you're with someone and he has mommy issues that he's not working on, or if you're with someone and he doesn't clap when you win, especially when it comes to your professional and personal successes, it's time to go dip on him.
Best advice I can give you as a therapist for free, because I do charge for mine, is if you date a man and you notice that he has mommy issues, my best advice for you, if he's not in therapy working on those mommy issues, is to pack your belongings up. And I mean pack them quickly, as quickly as you can. You put all of them belongings on your back, and I need you to run like you're being chased by a pack of hyenas. Why? Because a man with unresolved mommy issues is going to be the most insufferable, stubborn, ignorant person you've ever met in your life. Anger issues shortly follow after that. And if you really want to wake it up, it's resentment towards the mom for what the daddy done did or didn't do. Whether he was, it don't even matter. That ain't your job to figure out. The second a man hints at having mommy issues and he's not working on them, you need to pack your belongings. You need to run, okay? I mean, run fast for your mother's, whatever Florence and the Machine said, baby, because you're in danger. That is my advice to you. Run.
Yeah, so I hope it makes a lot of sense to you, and it explains what a guy with mommy issues is like, or what to look out for when you're dating these guys. If a guy is showing any of these traits that we saw in these videos, please don't make excuses for him. You're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. You're going to be competing with his mom, his sisters and brothers. And especially when the family is in this kind of enmeshment kind of, relationship. Oh, that is the worst place to be in. Okay, it's one thing for him to be a mommy's boy, and another thing to have siblings also in the equation, where their whole family think alike, they do things alike. You don't have a say. It's their way or the highway. Oh my God, what a miserable combination. You are never going to be happy. Stay away from men like that. Run from them. It's the reddest flag in any relationship. But let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section. I'll see you again. Bye bye.